Field Road, and Providence Street.
Right here. You obviously need it. Down, Frankie. Down. I know. It's not playtime, you're working. I know. Good girl. Yay, that.
Providence Street and South Main Street.
Like with the phone.
Stop requested. Please use the rear exit.
Hey, look guys, our old stomping ground. Where are we moving? Not the house. Are we taking, walking over here 500 million times? All around here? I miss my talk wall. I don't have like a wall like that. I'm gonna get rid of it. Find something. Like, I'll make big ones.
Back up.
Welcome to spring.
All right, good luck, man.
Welcome to spring.
Check your banking.
side. That's what I call them. Like,
Stop requested.
pierced right through. Shredded.
Please use the rear exit.
Good girl.
Main Street and Furnace
Take a lot of work to treat. That's what we're doing. Treating the service puppy. And she only gets this big. So even as a she's a Pomsky, so she's a purebred pump, like she's just not, she doesn't get any bigger. She stays this big. Are you sniffing? What are you sniffing? Are you saying hi? I know. This is literally the first time we took one of us. Never been on one. We usually walk everywhere. I know. What's going on? Yeah, there's another question. Hello? We're not going as far as the puppy's back there. There's another one up there. We didn't know. There you go. She just licked you to death. She won't bite you, I promise. She's a lover. She wants to like jump up and give you kisses and everything. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Thank you. Good girl. It's sitting up on the seat. It's raised.
stop requested. Please use the rear exit. High Street.
And she jumps like a lot of service animals, they can like jump with that tree. She'll tell her like she'll jump off and get her to put her hands down from her head and stuff. So
Yeah, everybody should
like jump like that, you know what I mean? Like so I've been trying to teach her now like distraction, just do that to us and not to everyone. Yeah? Baby treats. Good girl. Walk. Take a nice walk.
Well, by my stuff. Yeah, put the thing down. You know I'm old. Man, I got all Oh, blessings and peace. Well, listen, like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Because I walked down the Lonsdale. Then I went to check on Martha and open doors, but they said, I don't know if she's dead or not. They said she's an independent liver. All I know, she can be dead, but I was told, he don't want you coming over here. I don't even know who he is, but anywho, if you was following me on TikTok last year, when I said This was blowing my mouth. When I said that the white girl jumped in my face one time, I let it go. And then she tried to hit me with the door, and I beat her with the door. And they put me out. The black lady put me out and let her stay. And then the supervisor lost her job and over it and everything. She's over well, I killed her baby. I said, no, if she was pregnant, she killed her own baby. Because the first time I let it slide, and I said, somebody's going to beat your ass because this is the ghetto. I don't know where you're from, but you will get punched in the face. And I didn't think it was going to be me, but she tried to hit me with the door, and that's when I messed up my wrist. I snatched that door and beat her all in her face with the door. And I was telling him, no, go run and tell this. Because the girl she was with was like, girl, this girl was talking shit about you, talking about you killed her baby. I was like, no, she killed her own baby. Because if I was pregnant, I wouldn't be jumping in nobody's face. I wouldn't be trying to hit nobody. I said, I beat her in the face with the door. I didn't even touch her stomach. She didn't even have a stomach. For me to kill her baby, I would have had to stomp her in the ground. Because she didn't have no stomach. And I said, I don't know where she's from, but she definitely likes saying the N-word. But she can sing, though. And she sings all gospel songs. I think she ran from the Mormon land and came here. Oh, look at Poppy. Oh, wait a minute. One of them, I don't even care. God damn, I know. Oh, there go this nut. Let me see if I can show him to you. Let me turn the camera around. You see something you want, you be like, damn.
How you doing?
All right. This thing is beat up. Is that his thing? Look at him. They're not that we running all through the fucking hallway being retarded. Someone looking for my pack of cigarettes. crazy. Oh, thank God. Oh, let me make me a pizza and find me a movie. But anyway. My room's a mess. So, it's all in my beads. Pull it. So, right? So, this is what I'm saying. Mother is, Miss John is still not stopping. Girl, you don't control me. First of all, let me explain something, right? How do a whole rotor go missing? If the rotor's not there, that means the internet can't hook up. That means the rotor's missing. The whole rotor's missing. Right? I didn't go on around. I seen a car go in the parking lot. And I'm like, well, who's this coming in the parking lot this time of night? By the time I got out the door, right, to investigate, the car was coming back out the yard. Right? So I went on the computer to go look up the car and get a picture, and the computer shut down. I meant the camera shut down. It's connected to the computer. And she couldn't download nothing off the computer, so where's the rotors at? And then the door was messed up yet again. It's like they're breaking the door purposely, because Friday when I left, when it opened, it wasn't dragging and it wasn't banging. Now it's doing banging both ways, and now it's dragging. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but cameras don't keep nobody out. Doors, locked doors do. So they was like, that whole spiel. She said, well, if you call mother and all this, I'm calling Rob. It is the same, because I kept saying it don't got no internet, but it's the same password. And I was like, it don't got no internet. What happened to the internet? Who steals over, unless they broke in when I wasn't at the desk and stole the rotor? But what are they stealing the rotor for, though? That's what I understand. I'm like, why would somebody take the rotor? What is wrong with the rotor? The router. The whole router's going. It won't even hook up. I took it unplugged, plugged in. They tell you to do the same old spiel when you got cable or fires, right? Then I turned the TV off. Then I booted the TV back up. There was still nothing. Went on blank, because I know when Regency does it, you hit a window and then you hit another with some other shit, and it comes down. You hit the cameras, but I don't know what's going on. I told Rob the whole Rob was called off, and I was like, "Well, you want me to call Rob?" She was like, "Oh, she is so demanding." I keep saying, you don't know. That's why we don't get to talk about, I can hit her one time and kill. I said, I can hit you and kill you too. You need to understand this. Nobody cares what you was trained in, because you don't know what nobody else was trained in. And nobody cares. They don't never want you talking here. It's like, I don't live by your rules. I live by my rules. That's what's wrong with these white people. So there was a white lady on the bus, right? Because I keep saying there's a lady there that looked like Pastor Wendy, sister. So this lady got on the bus and was like, oh, Pastor said hi. And when she got up, she was like, first of all, you're not even checkmating. All you're letting me know is that Mother, Miss John, is gossiping. She don't post the gossip. And this man should move his bed away from this wall. I keep smelling blood. Somebody's definitely getting ready to have a miscarriage or a period. That's what I'm saying. I'm winning. You don't want to hear me talk? Turn your TV up, put some earphones on. Because I do got one on. You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean. They don't even pay mortgage here. All they do is, and sometimes he gives bad checks to pay his rent. 205. He gives bad checks. So he shouldn't be telling nobody to stop talking until he get his bank account together. So he can pay real checks and don't gotta give bounce checks until his real check get here. Writing bad checks. That's against the law. Right? So all she's doing, all you's letting me know until they said, Millie showed us. So what? I was like, they said I showed it to him. I didn't put in no password though. So what are you doing? What are you doing? She came and did what I did, but what are you doing though? Use your words. Why you ain't using your words? You use your words to say that if you can hit me one time and kill me. They said she peed in my coffee, but I didn't drink it. I dumped it out. She ain't even a nun. She's the devil's spawn. She is a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing. I am winning. You know why I'm winning? Because I destroyed you. And you know why else I'm winning? Because Sister Sheba is going to have conversations about what you do in your facility as nuns and as a mother. You forgot she got a mother too. Right? You must have forgot. She got a mother too that takes care of her. I said, girl, if you come stay here, it's going to be over. Stay where you are because they don't do nothing. They don't go nowhere. And that's who I see her covenant at Cathedral Square. They were so cute. They had the little blue bonnet with the little white. Everything was like dark blue, almost black, but it was blue. And I was like, oh my God, God loves you. He loves the work that you do because you are in the community. They go outside that covenant and come to the church. Sisters are pull them to church to come to them. It's a difference. I'm like, you know what? I'm winning. I'm winning. And that's what another nun said. She said, you are condemning yourself to hell out here trying to battle Millicent. You can't beat her. She never beats me. Everybody's realizing she's destroying herself. Gossiping. That's what she's doing. You destroying your whole world trying to keep up with me. I'm not really. She said, well, if it's telling the truth, Millicent said, it is gossiping. You know why? Because you're taking it out of somewhere else. Right? Just like you told that. She was like, Millie, you need to tell. I'm not taking nothing back because you tell that lady to kill that dog. You did. She sat here and told everybody. I'm not taking nothing back that you said. I'm not lying for you. She said, well, I'm going to tell you. I'm like, whatever you tell ain't worth is telling some woman to kill somebody's dog. That's murder. You can go to jail. Even for a dog. I mean, even the sisters are starting to see. She is obsessed. She is obsessed. Right? She don't know, girl, I'll chop you right in your throat and collapse your whole shit. You know, I can prick your artery in your neck, in your leg. Your Achilles, I'll cut them right in half. You'll fall dead on your face. Hopefully you'll crack your forehead and won't remember what happened. So don't play with me. Both of them. I don't want you walking some kind, both of them. Don't play with me. Do not, because I'm lethal with it. Now you want to be a thug and tell, I mean, she's the devil. I'm winning. Checkmate. I'm going to keep checkmating. I'm gonna go right there again and checkmate. I think they keep breaking the door worse and worse so the insurance company can come. Because there's insurance on the building. And the worse it is, the more money they get. I said, I don't know who did this, but it sure wasn't because I was there on Thursday to 12:45 at night. And that door worked the whole time. It worked the whole time last night until the janitorial man came and then it didn't want to open. I'm like, Lord, did somebody come? That's probably why I told you there's always two. I had everything in my pockets that meant something to me. So while one was pulling in the yard, right, and I got up to go see, because what's the sense of looking at the cameras? They was like, well, you should have locked the gate for what? There's other cars outside the gate. I was like, well, he must went back there to get his dick sucked. But when he came back out, he was all by himself. Nobody's car was touched at all. They acting like they're doing something. You ain't doing nothing but destroying sisters of the poor. You know, I'm going to do a kind gesture to kill them. Talking about, I'm not trained, bitch. I be all around this building, not for your safety, but for mine. Because the grease trap's all on the floor and you can smell it all upstairs. And it's locked behind closed doors. They're just throwing that rock stuff on. I don't know what it is. That stuff that soaks up grease. That's all they're doing. But now it's starting to smell potent all through the place. Especially when the heat's on. She was like, who's on next? And I'm like, who you talking to? You know what I mean? I was like, no, you ain't talking to me. She was like, well, who's on next? Then I don't talk to me like I'm your, I tell him like, you think that because your mother, you know, girl, that's why when she says hi to me, I'm like, huh? Because I'm not playing with that lady. It's not even a full hi. It's just a huh. She don't get it. She was like, well, she don't respect mother. Mother don't respect me either. You can't be disrespectful because you got a title, and mother ain't even a high title. Shit, the meaning of my name's more higher than the what her job is. She told me to say I ain't saying nothing, cause the truth's a truth, a lie's a lie. Why would I condemn myself to hell for you? They say I'm not trained, lady, and what none of mother says that. You know what I mean? They're not getting it. I'm looking through stuff. You know, I guess they don't hear me laughing because I be laughing extra loud. And I mean, she be like, we're playing. I told you to stop telling me to shut up because I'm not your child. Even my supervisor saying, you know, Millie's doing her job. She don't got to be quiet. I said, no, I'm going to write down the 10 Commandments because somebody don't know them. You can pray upstairs. You belong in apartments anyway. I don't know how they became to get in the covenant on the sick people's ward. Floor 2 is where the people's almost dead. Some of them can and some of them can't. That's why he was saying, you don't even belong on that floor. Sure don't. Sure don't. They supposed to be in apartments. I was like, wait a minute, they belong in apartments. Shit, that apartment's full. You hear me now? The one I was looking at that was empty. Shit, you die and move out. They get it right together. Now all of a sudden, I guess they wanted the lady to come tell me that they take care of them. I don't care why you trying to, you know what I'm saying, tell me what they do for you. I ain't asking you nothing about what they do for you. You just giving me that information for what though? Mother thinks she's 2 steps ahead of me. She's not. She's not. She is not. Because them nuns be talking. It can be it ain't gossiping if it's a conversation between all nuns. She losing all, even and when your sister tells you that you're losing yourself and you don't listen to her, I'm not letting her win nothing. I'm watching her destroy herself. Because that's all she's doing. People don't even look at her the same. People don't even look at her the same. Well, God say, love thy enemy. I'm going to bring them prejudiced white motherfuckers some wine to have with their hand. Pork killing them. They drink too. Nuns drink. Nuns definitely drink. When she was like, when I said, you want me to go Rob, she was like, no. Me and the janitorial man was like, well, I thought Rob was the go-to guy. That's Janice's Millie's mind. No, I ain't your go-to girl. Are you crazy? I ain't telling you shit. I don't even like you, to tell you the truth. They keep saying she just don't see Millicent. She surely don't. She don't need to tell the truth, though. It's not telling the truth. It's telling the truth, but she's gossiping. She's trying to be like me, but I'm not a nun. I'm not claiming I'm holier than thou. When you go into the covenant and you give yourself over to the Lord, which some people don't know, everything they do on the outside is zoom. She was in the kitchen gossiping with the cooks. You don't supposed to do that. That's a sin. That's a sin. If I'm watching a movie, she want me to stop my movie because she can't do no. She needs to stay upstairs. Because whatever you should have been doing, you know how I am, you should have done and been upstairs in your room at 9:30. They're not getting it. I am winning. I'm winning because you know what? I'm letting her destroy herself. God said he will stand still. He will fight my battles. Do not do unto others as they do unto you. And she's destroying her own reputation, her own self. All the promises she's making to God, she's destroying herself, trying to, how you got me trained? If I'm watching a movie, why would I be talking? If I got 2 lives. If I'm on live, I'm talking. Just like if you find the right live, you'll see that there's 2 nuns walking by looking in the camera and they don't the screen and they don't supposed to. She's looking at herself, talking to herself. No, it's live. You don't understand it because you don't even supposed to be looking on here. They're condemning themselves to try to prove that I'm crazy. No, you're crazy. I will never tell somebody to kill somebody. I don't know if the woman is dead or alive. Her light's always on. I never see her, but apparently there's nurses going in there. You are the lowest of the low. You're mean, you're evil, you're conniving, you're manipulative, you lie. I'm up here, you down there. You still trying to climb the ladder and you're losing. You are losing. People think I'm trained. I'm not trained. You know what? Sometimes it's best to pull back and let the puppet think that they got the ring. Because you know why? You're destroying who you built yourself to be. Your reputation is destroyed. 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 That girl said, well, yeah, mother lies too. She didn't say Millie. She didn't say Millie because why would I lie? All you got to do is go talk to Sister Mary Vincent. She's the truth. That's the one that tell all truths because she said, I'm not going to hell for you. I'm going to heaven. I'm going to tell the truth. And then you talk to Sister Mary Vincent, you're going to find out that I'm telling the truth. I ain't lying. Then who's going to look like a sucker? I don't even want your apology because she is what she is and what she's going to be. She is a wolf dressed up in sheep's clothing. My job is done. You understand me? My job's done. I'm just sitting around doing what I do, watching her destroy herself. Now, they must have found something in the garbage or something because this man's, I'm like, why do you keep showing her the garbage? She was like, what you say? I was like, nothing because I wasn't talking to her. You see what I'm saying? She putting herself in a conversation that didn't have nothing to do with her. She don't even supposed to be in our conversation. Because they was talking about me before now this is what I'm saying. She's sitting there, well, trying to fix the computer supposedly. Listen to them talk about me. You understand? So I'm winning. I am winning because she speaks Portuguese. I am winning because she's sitting there listening to them gossip about me. Now she's going to go spread the gossip. But what they don't know is other people be putting, because I put a cup of coffee in the garbage. Somebody puts a cup of water in the garbage. I drop a piece of paper. Somebody drops a piece. I'm like, you ain't even showing me nothing because you are some dirty motherfuckers too. You leave shit all over the toilet for the next lady to clean it. And half of the time, all the bad ones are the guys. If you go upstairs in the apartment, sometimes there's garbage all in the hallway. Went in the order of tour, it smelled like a dead rat in the garbage. So you see, they don't really do their job either because I can sweep that whole place. And I'm telling you, I can get garbage, dust. You see what I'm saying? So why would I lie? They're trying to make me talk about thief. I ain't no fucking thief. The fucking bracelet they don't even got a price on it. This necklace was for free. And the way they had it hidden under stuff. You're only going to find something if you move something. This was free. It was hidden in a book. I just moved the books around and it fell. I said, okay, this is free. I'm going to take it. The necklace is $3. I'm going to bring them back there thinking $3 tonight. I don't steal. Right? It's the gold that caught my attention. I don't know if I think it's handmade though, but it's just the way it's made. It's almost like Arab gold. See the little cross? It ain't real though, but it's cute. Fucking thing costs $3. Everything they do got a price on it. Everything. I'd be like, when you gonna do something for the community? They don't do nothing for the community. Maybe if they do something for the community, them homeless people will stop going there asking. Because I don't know if they help them or not. They talking about Miller. I didn't send nobody over there. That girl went there. You know what? I'm going to make it right with you. Because she went there. I said, it smells just like that girl. I said, that crackhead in here. She came in there. They said Janice was crying. She was stinking so bad. Talk about this got Billy written all over it. Why would I send that girl to you? I'm telling you, I try to tell the truth. Even if I lie, I'd be like, I'm getting ready to lie. I'm going to let you hear it, but I'm not going to let everybody else hear me saying I'm getting ready to lie. Just mean you're going to know. Am I perfect? No. No, I'm not. Do I got areas I can work on? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I love the Lord and Jesus Christ, and do they love me? Hell yeah, they do. Right? She's mad because she want to be me. If God wanted you to be me, he wouldn't have set up the path for you to have. And I'm telling you this, another thing, I'm not lying. I don't know if somebody can you mess with a sense of light? I gotta ask somebody. I'm only staying up talking so when I eat I can go to sleep. So I drink that soda. Now the other day I walked by the lights, they didn't go off. They didn't come on. Tonight I walked by the lights. The other Thursday I walked by, the man's light came on. The woman's door was shut. And then last night I walked by the doors and both of the lights came on. Now, I was like, this girl leaves. I was like, what are you doing, leaving? She was like, yeah, it was like 2:15. I'll be back at 3 o'clock. I was like, yeah, but you got to let me know because I locked the door and walk away from the desk, which I did when it got 10 of 3 to get me some potato chips. So I go in the basement. First I heat up my food. And the coffee thing, whatever that thing is, was not on. I heat up my coffee, it starts to run over, and the machine clicks on. I said, oh, is that machine on? Because I brung Billy, and I think I named them Billy and Linda, whatever. I'd be like, yeah, come on, Billy and Linda. I just call names out of the blue. We go upstairs. So I said, yeah, have your coffee because I'm going to have mine. This is before somebody did something. So that's when I went downstairs. I said, I ate whatever. I said, let me go get me a snack. And it was a man's voice because a woman light came on and a man light came on. And when I went downstairs, I was walking. Now they fixed whatever was buzzing in the room, the washing machine room in the basement. And I said, I knew whatever was going on in that wall shouldn't have been going on in that wall. Because it was like, I was like, yeah, I'm not going down there. No, I'm not. It's dangerous. They got a car right now in the garage with the hood. I said, oh, you got your personal mechanic. That's what they're doing, taping stuff together. So the man's voice said, don't leave. And I'm like, you know what? Just leave me alone, whatever. So I'm praying that my corn chips fall down because, sometimes they get stuck. And I could have got $1.50 off my car, but so the potato chips fell down. And as I'm going to get my potato chips, woman's voice said, don't leave. Eat your potato chip. And I'm telling you, it's real. The people don't believe that spirits can talk. If you talk to them, they get stronger because they're feeding off your energy. So I go upstairs. I eat my potatoes and whatever. The door's working. All of a sudden, this is when I knew the door was broke. The janitorial man came. Now he's hearing what I'm hearing. That's what I'm saying. There's always somebody hearing because them old motherfuckers don't be sleeping. That's why everybody want to tell truths now. So I told the two dead people downstairs, no, I told them when I got upstairs. Well, I was telling them that, if somebody come down here, you don't recognize and do something to them, whatever. Make them come, make them crazy, make them want to kill themselves. Let's leave me alone. So as the janitorial man came, he's messing with whatever. I go in to make me another cup of coffee, and that thing said thief. He stopped the machine and everything. Somebody stole something, the rotor. And I said, I started talking about the price, and I said, I'm gonna pay the $3 back because I don't steal. And the necklace was free, right? And then I did something and it said, no, not you. It's a woman and a man. And they was like, not you. And I'm telling you, me, the janitorial man, and the janitorial man's telling the housekeeper, we not too safe in here either. I don't know what it meant, but he was like, we're not too safe in here either. I guess he's starting to see. But anyway, they heard the same thing I was hearing. I was like, well, who's the thief? Whoever stole that router. And I believe it's mother. It's telling. It is talking and it's telling. I'm like, you know what? Leave you. Okay. Go find somebody and make them hang themselves, please. And they was like, don't let this happens to Millie come. Saying she don't need, what was said was she don't need me seeing. She don't need me seeing. I'm the only one seeing what I'm seeing. I'm like, well, and my supervisor was like, well, I got pictures. There's pictures in the phone. That's why I was going back in the computer so I can watch the car and see what he did, even though it's a blind spot. But you know what I mean? You can get around it if you make it large. I was going back in the camera to see what he did and take a picture of the car. And no word of a lie, I seen the car. When I was walking down the street, I don't know who stole the voter, but anyway, why they gonna steal the voter? Because whatever they was doing in back of me is on my life. But you can see, I think that, because I think they're trying to see what you can see or whatever, because I don't know what happened. I don't think I was there when it happened, though. But you can see everything. I can see right in people's hallways. I can see right in people's windows. That was not a good thing to be doing. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? They took the whole router. And router. You got to get inside to take the router, right? I said, somebody done broke this door again. I couldn't even, I said, I'm not even going to worry about it. He said, that's why he's saying we are not safe here either. He sure the fuck ain't. You better stop trying to act like huh? Somebody got in his ear. He was like, Millie is not fine because I already wrote him and said, I said, yeah, I know, but this is important. The internet, the cameras crashed. They crashed. You even need a password to get in Regency's computer, but I know how to get them back, not the other ones. Because when they crash, they crash. You got to be specific to get them. She'd be like, oh, don't worry about them. That's worry about you. I'm like, but that's how people get in the back door. But anywho, yeah, the whole route is gone. I'm like, well, the route is the box, right? I don't know, because everything seems there to me. Something was unplugged. Maybe that's what they stole, the router, because there was something unplugged and I plugged it back in. And Millie's big feet didn't do that. I didn't even break that wire under there. That was broke when I got there. And I texted Dan. I don't know if I did it on my phone or the work phone. But yeah. But yeah. That's what I'm saying. Why am I gonna lie for stupid stuff? Right? She's trying to find. That's why I'm gonna read this passage. This is what I'm saying. I'm done. My job is done. I can just sit back. She can't come from nothing that, if I don't talk, she don't got nothing to gossip about, right? And all I keep saying is that lady looks like Pastor Wendy. You know what I'm saying? People ain't understanding. My job's done. My job is all done. Janice and them think they're winning, but you's are not. You's are losing. Janice is the devil. I told Janice, I said, Janice, God said you going right to hell. You whatever you do, you can't come back. You can't even make up for it because you keep doing it over and over again. That's why she said, I'm really going to hell. Yes, ma'am. So anyway, because people don't believe, I'm not gonna let nobody take my spirit. Call me crazy if you want. It is what it's gonna be. The little girl got on the bus with her mother, her father, her sister, and her dog. Pretty dog. Looked like a fox. An albino fox with white eyes. I believe she got an illness because she didn't have no hair. And I was just, looking at her, whatever. And I was just like, you got to have faith. I said, I'm not going to put that on you. Why would you want to know? You're young. Why would you know what I'm saying? Why would you want to know? Right? Because sometimes it can be true and sometimes it won't be true. So let's say if I told her something, right? And she goes and tries to commit suicide or something at that time, but she survived and lived longer than what that time is because nobody can predict death. Nobody can predict death. Nobody. I can walk out and get ran over by a bus. So they're talking about 20, 30 years. If I take care of myself, I can walk out the door and get a car and slam right into the building. Nobody can predict death. Not even God. Not even Jesus. Mind your business. They can't. You died when it's your time. Period. Now, when they say you got this many months to live, sometimes you live past that because you can't predict death. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. But I'm telling this girl, you gotta have faith. You keep losing your faith. This woe is me shit. You gotta believe. And if you believe, we can what, children? Achieve. You gotta have faith. You gotta believe. I said, whatever happens, you are gonna be an angel, one of God's warriors. And I swear, I was like, you gotta, I wish I could show you, but I didn't want to take off my glasses because you know what I mean? And I swear, a wing smacked right in the face. Pow! The sister said, I seen it. I was just like, you just gotta believe. She got a service dog. I was like, yeah, man, but if that's a service dog, you can't let everybody pet the service dog. You gotta get a thing that says no petting. I'm getting me a service dog or a cat. You can go register your dog in real life. Mine's got IDs and everything. Your dog get an ID just like a human being. Can go anywhere. Everybody's service dog shouldn't be on the bus though. Because it's probably not even a service dog. She's probably lying. So anyway, before I get in the Bible, one more thing. So Miss Jean can have something to gossip about. The nut that said Pastor said hi. So we on another. So I said to her, I said, did you go to church behind the walls, beyond the walls downtown? She was like, no. I think she lives in Sisters of the Poor, but she ain't a favorite. You know what I mean? She's only even getting a glass of wine because I'm getting it for my favorites, right? I don't know what's up Bernadette's ass, and I don't care about her kids because this is between me and Bernadette. But now Bernadette got an attitude, so now I gotta watch a raggedy baseball. I don't even like baseball. Now I gotta put a baseball game on so I can say, "Oh, Bernadette, da 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 da." But you didn't want to talk because Mother was there. They're only getting wine because I get my favorites. I don't even know if Bernadette's coming down to eat or her kids are coming. I don't know what's going on with Bernadette because I didn't have time. But when she come down tomorrow, Martha, leave me alone. We're going to talk. But I called Martha because Martha was sick. I want to make sure Martha was all right. You know what I mean? Oh my God. But she was like, yeah, you gave me a bag of candy. I was like, give it to your friend, the monkey. She was like, no. Now she's sticking to the now you don't want to give her no candy. But before you thought it was like, oh, did you already give her candy? And now you acting like you didn't. Cause that's you know what I mean? I got favorites. But Wendy's sister's not my favorite. Wendy's sister's like a snobby bitch. Girl, you're half dead. I might be half dead too, but I'm trying to keep a smile on my face and prepping my step. You're at the table sleeping, that's what it was. She don't like to be disturbed till they serve the food and turn the light on. Cause she'll miss breakfast if she stays upstairs. But that's what I'm like, these people are so phony. Oh my God, I hope she don't get no one. But I'm gonna be nice. I ain't gonna be there. I'm not even gonna put the wine in the refrigerator till like 7 o'clock. When I get ready to leave, then it can be chill. So I don't know what goes with pork. I'm gonna Google it. Cause I know they got pork and turkey. I don't know what's going on. Whatever they was making in there last night. But anyway, back to the lady. I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to call no name Jesus because I had to pray. Because I was ready to bust that girl right in her face. She better stop playing with me. So anyhow, there was a can rolling. And this is what I mean about people. Now, I'm going to tell you what the other whites, because these white people be getting mad. But I'm going to tell you what the whites said about the blacks today. She was telling the bus driver, which is black, I'm gonna throw this can out for you. He was like, what? She was like, oh, I'm gonna throw this can out for you when I get off the bus. And he kept saying, what? You gonna throw the can out for me and get back on the bus? She was like, no, I'm gonna throw the can out. Da, 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 da. He was like, well, you shouldn't have been drinking on the bus anyway. She was like, I didn't drink it. Okay, so I waited for her to get off, and I was like, listen, she just wanted you to acknowledge that she was throwing a can away for you. He was like, I thought she was saying she was getting off the bus to throw the can and getting back on the bus. Because he kept saying the garbage can's right there. Wait a minute. I said, no, she just wanted you to know that she was doing for you. That white bitch in back said, that is a ignorant black bitch. And ladies get messy. She said, I'm not calling them N-words. Now, she ain't saying what the white lady's doing, because I do the same thing. She said, that is an ignorant black bitch. When she got off the bus, they yelled, you blacks are so ignorant, so disrespectful. I'm like, what? But did she not see what the white bitch did? You know what I mean? You could have let the can roll. We was all letting the can roll. I said, let me put my can in my pocketbook. But if I was in the back, I would have left it right in the seat like everybody else does. And me and him was just laughing. I was like, I don't know. But, yeah. She was like, blacks, I'm not calling them N-words no more. She said blacks, because it's the same thing calling us ignorant, same thing calling us a nigga. So she's finding a nicer way. I'm like, she got a fucking nerve. She didn't even have to pick up the can or let him know what she was doing with the cans because we didn't give a fuck. Now she got blamed for drinking a beer. But anyway, this is the passage. This is why I want you to know that I am done. I'm done. I fought the war because it was a war fighting the devil. People don't think you get tired of the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? They don't believe that people get tired. We've been on this road for 2 years, right? I'm ready to jump off the road. I don't care what you think. Okay? Somebody got to be the bigger person. It seems like she that's on the road to hell because that you and Janice is on that train. And I mean, she said, when I was talking to her, I swear she said, God keeps talking to me. I'm telling her because they said anything is called Sister John, call mother, don't call none of the men that's on call. But she didn't even know how to do the shit this morning. I was like, well, how you got stuff? She was like, oh, the road is going. That's what I was telling her, the road is going. It can't hook up to the internet. I already told you this. So why would you tell me what I already told you? But go ahead, girl. Do you. Right? I'm done. I'm tired. I need to move on. I'm standing still. I need to move on to something new. Right? But this is the new thing. That girl came in there and said, "Thank you for letting us in." I was like, "What?" I was like, "First of all, only pit bulls can have puppies. So where's yours at home?" This is the new thing, cause you know what I mean, girl. Anytime, I'm not even trying to fight. I'm trying to keep my hands to myself. I gotta keep praying to the Lord to keep me still, cause these bees are ignorant. So when she came in again, I was like, you know what? Only pits. She said, "I bet you she won't say it to my face." They said, "I bet you she will." I was like, cause I ain't being ignorant. I didn't get out my seat and I didn't even look at her. I was still, diamond down. I was like, only pits can have litters. Where's yours? At home? At home? And that girl said, "That lady called your kid's dog." She called me one. So the janitorial man didn't get in because, you know what I mean? He rang the doorbell. I opened it. Ain't no cameras. I didn't see him. So the lady comes in and said, "Oh, did you walk in?" No. That's why he's letting her know we ain't safe here too. You need to cut it out. Because somebody told him you can get fired too. So I'm like, but they can't fire me. It gotta be Allen Universal. I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to move on. I'm gonna be the bigger person. You already on the train to hell. I already won the war. Now I gotta let God fight my battle. Because you can't change if you keep being the crab in the bucket with the rest of the crabs. Or it can be a rat too. Because she rat, like you say, she rat because she's telling everything. Right? So you can't be the crab in the bucket with the rest of the crabs. Because you know what? They don't got no life without you. I'm the light. I'm the shine. I make her life worthwhile living. And she ain't understanding. God saying, "You know what, girl, it's time, you come in here with your little diamond dots, with your little food. Right? I gotta go get another free. I'm gonna go buy me a lunch bag, but I need it to be a backpack so I can take it everywhere I go until I sit permanently down. I need to move on. She wants to stand still, that's her business, but I'm moving on. That's why they don't understand they're losing. My mentality is stronger and brighter than theirs. Because how long you gonna stay chasing your tail while I'm sitting down? And I be killing them acting like a woman. "Hi, how you doing? Oh, you came back." Girl. They don't know sarcasm. They don't even, you can manipulate them. They won't even know. Send a good crackhead in there, not stinking. One that can know how to break down crying and da 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 da. They won't even know it's real or fake. You know what I mean? She told that lady to come back in the morning that was asking for that money for that ticket. I don't know if she was going to order the ticket or get the money, but either way, she would have definitely got that money for that ticket wherever she was going. But yeah, I'm done. I'm tired. It's draining. You know what I mean? When I feel the door should be unlocked, did 5 o'clock, like I said, 5 o'clock, lights come on, doors are unlocked, I'm moving around. She be thinking I'm sitting still. They be like, "Millie, don't be sitting still." I sure don't. I be all over the place. Especially just make sure, ain't nothing but blowing up in that part of the basement. I ain't going in there. I look through the window if the lights off. I do the best that I can do. That stuff messes with your breathing. It makes you have respiratory. You can look it up. I'm telling you, I'm not going in there. Rob talking about she don't empty the grease trap. She was like, "Rob, did you look around that place? You need to look around. There's holes with water in it, and it ain't safe." And then I'm like, I took a picture, there's rocks. All they're doing is keep throwing the same stuff on there, and it just keeps sucking up. Ain't nobody picking them up. I'm not walking on there either, because I did walk on there with $100 boots and black Tims when they was new. That's why, and they dogged them. They just, you know what I mean? So, anywho, but I definitely let Rob know, yeah, I said, do you want me to call Rob? And she was like, no. They don't even want Rob in the building. Whatever they was doing, making flowers, singing, or whatever they was doing, they was praying for me though. But they need to be praying for mother. You understand me? Because I'm over it. I'm done. I'm tired. I need to move on. I'm trying to get me a man. I got these peoples on my back. They're trying to make up, but every time we make up, you do me dirty again. Let me get over it. They don't even let me sit in it. They do not let me sit in it. They will not let me be the Tasmanian devil and let me sit in it. They won't let me be mad. Let me be mad, please. I can make it all go away, but you keep fucking with my health, my apartment. That's all I'm asking for, my health and my apartment. That's it. I ain't even asking for much. That's all I want, my health and my apartment. That's all. Then we be, what you can do, do what you do after I get that, because you know how phony and two-faced that you are. Oh, he got to sleep with me. No, put that on table. No. But anywho, let me read my passage, because I got to eat, and I definitely got to go to sleep, because I got to get up so I can go to get this wine for these old geezers. Nope, I ain't wearing no hair to mine. I gotta wash this off my face. Anyways, anywho, I cannot see. Oh, I gotta make a doctor's appointment. Fret not yourself because of evildoers. Be not envious of wrongdoers, for they will soon fade like the grass and the wither like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light and your justice as the noonday. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. Refrain from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself. It tends only to evil. For the evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. In just a little while, the wicked will be no more, though you look carefully at his place, he will not be there. But the meek shall inhabit the land and delight themselves in obedient peace. The wicked plots against the righteousness and gashes his teeth at him. But the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked draw the sword and bend their bows to bring down the poor and needy, to slay those whose way is upright. Their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Bitter is the little that I can't see. I said I can't read. Better is the little that the righteous has than the obedience of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteousness. The Lord knows the days of the blameless, and their heritage will refrain forever. They are not put to shame. I just gotta wait on the Lord. That's it. I'm just waiting on Jesus to do his work. Content, O Lord, with those who content with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler, and rise for my help. Draw the spear and javelin against the pursuers. Say to my soul, I am your salvation. Let them be put to shame and dishonor who seek after my life. Let them be turned back and disappointed who devise evil against me. Let them be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them away. See, the angel was on a bus. It smacked me. Bow. And I just read 37. That's everything I was saying, because these are my favorite poems. They're songs, but I say poems. Please let me be me. Accept me for who I am. Yes, these are my favorite because I know the Lord's going to fight my battle. I fought the war. Now he got to fight the battle. I'm tired. It's time to move on. You know, they're looking at my hair. Listen, if I want to wear blonde hair, that's my business. Like I said, if I want to come here with cotton candy hair, I paid for it. I'm going to wear it. I don't care what nobody says. But that girl's walking there darker than me, dark as night, with red weave in her hair. Girl, your weave is red. And don't get it twisted, because you's like blonde hair too. You probably got blonde wigs, but you don't wear them to work because you're scared to be judged. But don't judge those who judge you. I said, listen, you can talk about me all you want. This wig is popping. I look like I'm popping. And I'm going to do me. I'm going to come here every day doing me. That's why you's are still miserable. Because you's are worrying about what I got on my head. I'm wearing a rag tonight. You know why? Because I don't want to wear a wig. I might come in with weave. I might go buy me some weave, braid my hair. It's going to take a week. Braid my hair and come in with weave down my butt. How about that? How about that? Or I might get my hair cut in the pixie cut and come in. How about that? But I can do as I please. This is my life. This is who I am. Right? Even if I want to put a green wig on my head and come in here, what? That's my business. She's judging. Who's winning? Who's fighting my battle? The Lord, Jesus Christ. Because everything I do, you judge me, but I'm not judging you. I'm stopping judging you because you are who you are and who you're going to be, and I see you. I want you to know I see you. Now go confess and come out and do the same thing. That's why you're going to hell. Because you keep confessing and you're doing the same thing. You want to be honest, tell the truth about what you told Kathy to do to that dog. You want to be honest, Miss Jean, Mother Jean? If you want to be honest, tell what you told Kathy to do to that dog. Tell your truth. Don't tell me to lie about your truth. Tell your truth. You tell your truth, then I'm like, you know what? Hey, she's really telling the truth. But all you keep doing is piling. That's why, you know what? They're just piling up like shit. God knows who I am. That's what your lies are doing. They started off down here, but the shit just keeps piling up. I was like, please stop talking to me, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna condemn my soul. That's gonna keep being a lie. A lie is just gonna keep turning into a bigger lie, because you got to keep lying to cover up lies, covering up lies. She said she let me know. She let me know. Well, I'm gonna keep talking about you and telling everybody what you said. You know, if you don't, I'm not lying for you, girl, and I don't give a damn. You understand me now? Because when they see, this is the thing you don't know. I tell people, if somebody comes to you and say I said something, which that's why the girl came in there, because she's mad, but we going to get over, because I keep telling Pookie they was going to rob you anyway, boo. She ain't even calling me Cod no more. She's calling me Corey. She's calling me Corey. Oh my God. Corey. I'm like, okay, Stinky. I know you was in here because I could smell you. She probably the one that stole the roller. I don't know. I wasn't there. But the after smell will kill you. If you hear that I say, and she came right to my face. She came because she knows I love her and she loves me. I met her in the graveyard, and ever since then I be calling her baby, sweetie. But right now I'm Corey. I ain't shit. She called me mommy. I ain't nothing but Corey. Now she's calling me a man because she's upset. But I'm telling you, she came right to me. I was like, oh my God, girl. She was like, I don't get. Did you? I was like, you know what? Not right now. I said, you need to be asking to take a shower and not asking me going in there because we both know what you're going to do. She was down there when I left. I got right out of there. She will not leave me alone. But when I see, I'm like, boo boo. I'm like, you know what? They was gonna rob you anyway. I'm gonna tell you how the setup was. She was on the ground. Every time I see her, I kick a boom, 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 because I already know what's happening to her because I know her. And she probably already know I was coming up that way because she always makes sure she puts herself in my way. So I'm walking, I was like, you need to, you know what I'm saying? But I already scoped. I was like, you need to hide your pills more because you're gonna get robbed. It was a crackhead, what I call it, troll. I call her a troll because she be having her hair burgundy or pink. I call her a troll. It was No Teeth, the one that liked the little teenage little boys from Crossroads. I forgot her name. The one with her attendants, whatever, hanging out. She got a hole in her stomach. She's scared to get a mash. And it was somebody else, but they went and got the gay girl. She is gay. The gay girl, right? Because they think she's a hit or quitter or something. She's like, I don't know. These crackheads kill me, girl. They're not fighting you back. You're gonna fuck around, get punched in the face, and really get fucked up. Cause when you hit back, it's different when you're beating them and they ain't hitting back. But when you start hitting back, they be like, God damn, yeah, now we fighting. They be like, no, mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? So she was gonna get robbed anyway. So I was like, you know what? And I'm telling you, I was like, I said it before. I was like, you know what? She got pills in her pocket. I don't know what they are, but I don't think she need anymore. Cause you know what I mean? She wouldn't even wake up from the taps. I had to kick her hard. They was already, she ain't paying attention. They was already being vultures around her. I know her. She crazy. That black girl, that gay girl tried to, pop off. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I need to do to get her to do crazy. She need to go to jail anyway. I'm gonna try to get her locked up. Cause she needs to sit down before she ODs. I'm gonna be like, just tell him Millicent said to put you on Suboxones. She'll get on. She need to go to jail for real. She's gonna die. And that's what I do to people I love that's on that stuff. I get them locked up. That's how baby Jordan got clean. I said, are you using? See, I burnt my head with that brush. And this was after the 3 times he relapsed. I said, are you using? Because he started selling. I went right and told the cops he's selling. Go right up in his room. And that's how he got clean one time. I ain't trying. I was like, he was mad. I was like, I'm not even trying to hurt you. I'm trying to save your life. You out here looking like Crossroads. Just because you live in Crossroads, you don't got to look like Crossroads. All the crazy ones they threw out. I said, oh, now you're down here. That's like the cross dresser. He done lost his shit. I don't know. Everybody's on the point. That lady that was in the women's shelter with the bad knees, with the nice red and black walker, she's on crack. I said, look at you out here. Oh, she on crack. Keith and I think that's Sister Girl. Sister Girl's on crack. She don't really come up because supposedly Elliot, what's his name? I forget his name. The dude that had the baby. Supposedly it's a woman. Her baby daddy, which is not. She was doing him too, so they all in the new building, so they're probably getting high in the new building. Cause Alan gets high, Lord, Alan done got him another white girl. I already said it, but that little need to go. She don't know Alan's gonna kill her. He had on crisp pair of sneakers. He said, I don't get no check. Well, how you living? How you paying your rent? But Alan's one of them that puts $20 in your pocket and snatch it back out. Like if you ask him for change, he'll give you 2 tens, and you'll put it in your pocket and he'll snatch it back out. He'll have your $20 and the one he gave his. That's $40. That's his hustle. He did it to me. I said, Alan, I'm gonna tell everybody what the fuck you do. I didn't give him no money though. But I think he was trying to show me the scam. But I didn't appreciate it, so I told everybody what he does. But yeah, Alan's a scam artist. A good one too. Hey, I'm getting ready to get off so I can eat Emily and wash my face. That's probably one of the opening on the people. But anyway, like I said, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm not, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna let them have the show. I'm tired. You know what I mean? But anyway, make me a pizza and find me a movie. Have a peace and blessed day and happy Easter. I'm gonna go get me that leg lamb tomorrow. I'm getting right off the bus and walk home, bring my